Finally, at long last, the thing that all Star Wars fans have been begging for, clamoring for years and years have come true. What's that? Good storytelling? Focus on Thrawn maybe, or the Force, or Jedi, the Emperor, or any of that stuff? No, you silly, evil bigot you. I'm talking about the first transgender stormtrooper. Brave, stunning, and bold in the extreme. Oh god, Star Wars has become beyond a parody of itself. But hey, I'm just happy to have 40k get a break for once, honestly. Okay, so our first transgender stormtrooper here, or actually, excuse me, I'm sorry, my evil white male bigot brain is confusing me here. I say transgender, that's obviously not correct, duh, even though she's wearing the transgender flag. And she's got specially shaded top surgery scars. That's of course not it, obviously not, because, transgenderism isn't really a thing in the Star Wars galaxy. It's a current year politics thing, so of course not. What is she, you may ask? Well, allow Anakin Skywalker to tell you. She is transcended gender. Yes, that's exactly it. She has transcended the gender by becoming, a woman. I love that. I am beyond gender. What are you? I am female. God help me. Okay. To get on track here for a moment, Rex's description of Sister in the book reads, when one of our kind expects her gender identity differently, I can just imagine Rex in my mind right now, talking about gendered identity here. Then her fellow troopers, feared, I presume, she'd have to hide who she truly was inside. Aww. Fortunately, her brothers in the 7th Sky Corps gave her the name Sister as a constant reminder that she belonged. Oh, that is so touching. Instantaneous love and acceptance from her brothers in the 7th Sky Corps, from Anakin Skywalker, from every single person she ever encountered. Wow. On that note, would it shock and surprise you to learn that the person who wrote this started their career in fanfiction? No? You're not shocked? Really? How can that not surprise you? The next thing you'll tell me is that this is not the exact mental image you had of this person. Oh. You lying bigots, you. Love that. Oh, heavens. So, by the way, this is absolutely canon. This isn't fanfic. I must crush your hopes and dreams in that regard. This is official. So, this here came from Star Wars The Secrets of the Clone Troopers, which is a art book / lore reference guide, and it is canon. It's a real thing. It's a Disney product. It is real. This is Star Wars now. Long may it burn. And I want to point out as well, what I love here. Her brothers embraced her in the 7th Sky Corps, like, oh, sister, know that you will always belong amongst us. Have this name be the emblems of your belonging. And she goes, oh, brothers, thank you. But I'm still gonna paint my armor in special colors because that's not enough affirmation. I need more affirmation. Call me a Star Wars tourist if you will, but I am relatively certain that there ain't a single force in the Grand Republic with a color scheme quite so immediately political. As here we've got the blue and the pink and the white of the transgender flag. And again, relatively certain, relatively sure that the 7th Sky Corps, which joined Kenobi at Kamino, were not painted in the transgender colors. But hey, you know, her brothers embrace her, and that's all that matters. Screw them and their colors. Screw them and their regimental identity. Screw all of that. I, a transgender woman, am special here. Don't clip that, please. And what I love to hear, a trans female clone trooper who took on the name of Sister was created on the planet Kamino as a clone of the human male bounty hunter Jango Fett. Okay, right then. This opens up some interesting problems. So, you've got a biological male, right? And you produce a female. Let's assume she's female, right? Just straight up female. Okay. Surely then the Kaminoans would look at that and go, well, that's a genetic defect. Flush. And so ended the story of Sister. Or, if she is indeed transcended gender, then we've got a problem there. Either transcended genderism is biological, in which case I feel as if there'd be a hell of a lot more trans Jango Fetts around, and I also then really want to have a look in Jango's ship. See if I can't find any dresses hidden away or something along that. What I'm saying is, if that is biological, we should be seeing some more markers, shouldn't we? Yeah? So, then the other opportunity is that it's social, as in, you know, it's something that you convince yourself into, and it's psychological more correctly, like a mental disorder, which, you know, of course it isn't, obviously not. Ignore the EU's guidelines and definitions on this up until relatively recently. But if we say that, doesn't that mean that it could be, you know, fixed? Unlearned? Cured? If this is a thing that has been enforced upon her by all of her brothers going, you're our sister now, surely this could then be treated. Or alternatively, it might also be, number 3, a fashion statement. You remember how clones were often trying to pursue individuality to make themselves stand apart from the rest, and how this was, in some cases, actually even encouraged? Well, what better way to stand apart from an army of male clones than claim that you don't have a pee-pee? Oh boy. No matter how you twist and turn this, it really doesn't come across very well, does it? And this character too, by the way, actually has a rather long history in canon. She was in the Queen's Hope book, again by the same author, and she is now an official part of Star Wars. Again, transgenderism flag. Oh god. And hey, you know, just in case you're wondering, like this is clearly a very organic thing, right? This just happened, okay? So E.K. Johnston here was just sitting on her porch one day, feeling gravity bend around her chin as per usual, and she thought, oh, I know, I should have a transgender stormtrooper. That will fit in perfectly with Star Wars canon and not violated in any way whatsoever. And it has nothing to do with the fact that I am a bioromantic demisexual. Nothing at all. Nothing, of course. But then, luckily, the defenders of the law stepped in and went, okay, alright, that's weird. How does that even work? Doesn't this defeat your entire definition of transgender? If it's basically just a fashion statement in this case, or a biological defect that the Kaminoans would have flushed? I mean, how does this even work? Have you thought this through? I'm kidding, of course, no. According to this here, there was no pushback whatsoever from Disney. Nothing at all. I think it was, it was in here somewhere, I can't find it. No pushback from Disney at all. Again, stunning and brave. The most oppressed minority, truly, is the one that gets its way every single time it asks for anything at all. Stunning and brave indeed. The amount of flack and backlash that this poor woman had to fight through in order to get this deep and complex. Oh god, I hadn't seen her face up until now. this pivotal character to bring it into reality, all the bigotry she had to fight on the way. Oh, good God. Right, well, you know, on the bright side, if you ever want a yet another in the pile of firm examples of why wokeism never has anything to do with the franchise itself, but is always outside nonsense pushing in, well, now you have another one. You have a transgender female clone of a biological male wearing the trans flag colours as her official uniform while serving with the 7th Sky Corps. I love the idea that when she's talking to Anakin Skywalker, the commander at the time, he doesn't ask any serious questions like, why are you out of uniform or anything? No. Oh, the Jedi are all about transcending things. I don't think we can complain if you transcended gender. Yes. Because, you know, the Jedi, they're not at all about an inflexible moral code or anything, or about absolute truth or reality or anything like that. No. They're a very flexible lot, you see. Oh, absolutely. And when they then found what appears to be a particularly weird clone, well, you know, they'll just roll with the punches. At this point, I'm sure the Jedi are quite used to it, as should the Star Wars fandom be. Beautiful. What's your name, trooper? Sister, it's how my brothers tell everyone I belong. Belonging is important. Anakin Skywalker. You're welcome, by the way, for this extra piece of knowledge about Star Wars, for this trivia information that you will now never, ever be able to forget. I've been Arch. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Have a good day.